Hello, lords and ladies. Owl Knight here. As the title suggests, the following audio is an alternate ending to my Loyal Knight series. If you haven't already, I recommend listening to the original ending first to eliminate confusion, as this ending picks up part way through the previous audio. Be advised that this script was written with the assumption that the listener has ultimately consented to remaining within the company of my insidious vampire character, Vasio. In other words, if you don't enjoy Vasio, or if you find him creepy rather than charming, this audio is probably not for you. Furthermore, if you're uncomfortable with a more polyamorous experience, I would also not recommend listening to this non-canon alternate ending to my Loyal Knight series. As always, thank you all for your support, and happy listening.
I don't understand what the prince sees in you, Sir Knight. Such a feeble mind, so limited in your awareness. But you were never meant to question, were you? Only to condemn and to comply. You may be a worthy tool, but you're still only a tool. Perhaps your mind is so useless that you could serve His Highness better without it. Maybe, after I've made my ascension as a master vampire, I will take it away from you. What would you say to that, Prince? You want me to release him? But he is a danger to himself, and to everyone around him. I wouldn't want him to hurt you, poor boy. I've just thought of a most favorable solution. I'll release the tin can from this spell, and instead cast something rather a bit more gentle. Much to my distaste, I could use my innate power to charm him. It's his attitude I don't appreciate, honestly, but if he fails to resist my charm spell, that would quickly become a non-issue. And if it would make you more comfortable, my little lord, I would be most enthused to relieve you of this undue distress the night and I have both caused you. Does that suit you, dear boy? Excellent. Very well. Behold, my lord. You deluded, self-righteous piece of trash. You've breathed your final lies, and I will smite you. Advenedor. Now, Sir Hawthorne, that would be most unwise, wouldn't it? Yes, it would. And why is that, Sir Knight? You are an important man, sir, and to try and stop you now would merely delay the inevitable. Very good, little knight. Thank you, sir. Oh, this is going to be good. If I might add, Vasio, sir. Oh, please, by all means, sir. Tell me more. My prince appears to care very much for you, sir. By striking you down, not only would I have caused a nuisance, but I also would have brought great sorrow unto my lord. I see now the folly of my ways. Please accept my apologies, Master Archduke. Now, Sir Knight. That's very touching, but I'm not quite Master Archduke just yet. There's still one or two things left to do before I can complete my ascension. If you recall, my lord, I need to imbibe but a small amount of noble blood. Then, a mortal life must follow. Again, it needn't be your life, my little prince. The knight in shining armor will do just nicely. And through the power of my gift, he can rise again as a kindred spawn under my charge. I could even sire you into undeath as well, my lord. But we should revisit that discussion at a later time. Wouldn't want to overburden you with all these opportunities. Now, could I trouble you, my dear boy, for but a splash of your immaculate essence? I'll go light, I promise. All I need is a single drop. Why, I could even prick your finger, my dear. As you wish, my lord. I shall draw from the usual spot. I know how it makes you tingle. A small kiss to ease the numbness. Forgive me for not asking your permission first, my dear lord. I'm just in such a bubbly mood, I could hardly contain myself. Thank you for this offering, your highness. I shall remember this kindness for all time to come. Now then, for the lad. Sir Knight, do come over here quickly. Yes. Look upon your prince. I am about to drain you empty of your life force. Assure His Highness that your leave will only be temporary.
Yes, sir. Your Highness, please do not despair for what you are about to see, my lord. This isn't goodbye, not by a long shot. I've loved you all my life, my prince, and this is merely a new beginning, not only for me, but for both of us. As a vampire under Vasio's tutelage, I can become even stronger. Stronger to protect you, my love. And once this moment has passed, we can be together forever. I love you with all my heart, my prince, and I can't wait to begin this new life with you and Master Vasio.
Very heartfelt, Sir Knight. Well done. My lord, it would be cruel of me to deny you a chance to share your feelings with him now. Say something to him, embrace him, whatever you feel you must do. His death may only be brief, and quite honestly, if it weren't for you, I wouldn't even give it a second thought knowing what I know about death, but I am not ignorant of what it might mean to you, my dear boy. So please, go ahead.
Thank you, Prince. I'll be right back, you know. Just you wait, your highness. I'll be on my feet again in no time at all. Good as new. Better than new, even.
Indeed, indeed. Now then, if you would be so kind as to expose your neck, little pup. Good. You can look away if you wish, Prince. Otherwise, I wouldn't mind a feast for your eyes either. And now, at last, my ascension begins.
My lord, my prince.
reborn. At last, at long last, the power, the clarity, the sensation, the utter warmth, and the hallowed glow. It is mine. I have never felt more alive in all my centuries, not as a man, nor as a kindred of the night. Victory. Finally. Plot after bloody plot, weaving through the shadows and skulking beneath inferior creatures. Victory. This marks a special day, my little lamb. Not only vampire kind, but indeed the whole of Ordania shall enter unto a new era henceforth. I might even muck about and throw my hat into the political arena with those sods down in the far isle of Dracaeus. See how the most famed witches, lycanthropes, and other rejects of the world handle a master vampire within their high coven. Oh, but I'm getting ahead of myself, aren't I? I tend to do that when my mood is beyond ecstatic. The first thing to do is to test my abilities. Ordinarily, it would take a full day for a spawn to rise from the grave. With my newfound power, I should be able to accelerate the process with a mere thought. Let us see if we can't get poor little Hawthorne up on his sabatons again. Rise, my child. Resurgat. Ah, there's our spry little pup. Welcome back. My thanks, Master Archduke. What is your first command, Your Excellency? Oh, Your Excellency. I hadn't even thought of that one. You are to serve the prince at all times, and do exactly as he says. His word is my command, my dear little pet. It shall be done, Master. Your Highness, my prince, here I am again, to serve your bidding most loyally, my lord. Anything you ask, it shall be done. You have only to name it, Your Highness. That's a good lad, isn't he, Your Highness? Quite so, quite so. Now then, I'm sure you're understandably a little weary from all this excitement. Why don't you have Sir Hawthorne escort you to the dining hall, and I can have something special cooked for you, my lord. I have a few short errands to run, but I won't be long. With some haste, I should return just as you are cleaning off your plate, dear boy. And with some new personnel, blood willing. The knights which accompanied Hawthorne here might have slain many of my acolytes, but it doesn't mean they can't fill the position just as readily as those who came before them. Run along, my dear prince, and I'll see you in a little while. There's something I want to do for you when I return. A little gesture of my gratitude, let's say. Enjoy your meal, Your Highness. Hello again, my dearest. Did you find your meal enjoyable, little prince? Splendid. I shall have to join you for your next meal later. I'm curious to indulge myself of the fruits of the living once more. Well, yes, it's true that ordinary vampires can't draw sustenance from mortal foods. The taste remains, but the food itself turns to ash in a vampire's digestive system. You can imagine the sort of havoc that would wreak, whether you were able to keep it down or not. Alcohol, thank the dark, remains perfectly ingestible for vampires. Although I think it's fair to make the generalization that the gift somewhat alters our tastes. But matters of food and drink aside, my boy, I would like you to come with me. Bring your pet knight if you like. He's perfectly welcome to join us. To where, you ask? That's a surprise. A pleasant one, I should add. One that will ease into your awareness, not jump out at you. So, care to join me, my dear? Excellent. Come forth and take my hand. You're going to want to hold Sir Hawthorne's hand as well, dear boy. That is, if you would like for him to join us.
My lord, this is a tremendous honor. Thank you very much.
Eager as ever, just like a good dog. Now, relax, Prince. Take a deep breath. And behold. Here we are, my dear boy. Is it not magnificent?
The walls of the room have vanished into a sprawling skyscape of clouds and sunshine. We are floating upon a forest island of some sort. It reminds me of...
I thought it would serve a most pleasant vista for you both. Beautiful as your fondest dreams, yet familiar enough to allow for your comfort and relaxation.
The grass is so green, almost golden within the sun's rays. And this hill, we can see over the tops of all the trees, and where the mouth of the waterfall tumbles into the crystal lagoon at the foot of the hill.
Quite. Allow me, dear Prince. There. A most accommodating little sofa for us to seat ourselves and enjoy the view. Don't worry, it's not going to get rained on. I've got to get one of these for the parlor. Marvelous napping spot, don't you agree, Prince? How is this possible, you ask? My prince, I'm a master vampire now. Invoking my will upon the material plane is as easy as a dream. You want a larger bed? It's yours. A feast fit for an emperor? Done. A numberless cascade of men and women trembling with anticipation to serve your every desire. Well, that can easily be managed also. Anything you like, my dear boy. But before we think about all that, I wanted to take this chance to finally, well, I wanted to... Goodness, I'm not usually stumbling over my words like this. Typically, my tongue is too deft for the cat to catch. I wanted to offer my apologies, my boy. You and I, we got off on the wrong foot. Your companion, too. If I could have changed it, the circumstances of our introduction would have been completely different. I admit, I had amassed quite a wealth of knowledge about you before I actually met you. I know your favorite foods, the little places around the castle you liked to visit, the little places outside the castle you liked to go to when you wanted to be alone. I even know your sleeping schedule, inconsistent as it tends to be sometimes. You can imagine I was well aware of your bodyguard here. His love for you was not easily hidden, not from an admirer like myself. I knew it then as well as I know now, that to take him from you would be most unkind in the best of terms. So I do not exclude him from the picture when I confess to you now, sweet boy, that I am madly in love with you. You are the radiant moon shining upon my twilight, the smooth current of my dark waters, the myriad stars twinkling amidst my unending sky. When I asked for you to join my blooming family as high consort, I knew this. When I visited your home and saw you for the first time with my own eyes, I knew this. When I read all that my acolytes had written of you, I knew this. You are the one for me, dear boy. Handsome boy. Precious boy. And I want to make you happy. Will you let me do that, despite all I've done to you, my prince? Truly, I am most pleased to hear that, my love. Might I kiss you, sweet boy? Please, your highness, you do not need my permission. But if it will make you happy, then I want nothing less for you, my lord. Good man. Now, come here, my dear boy. Well, don't gawp, Sir Knight. Help me award your prince with the affection he's deserved all this time. It will be done, master, if you'll allow it, my lord. Understood, prince. Then, don't mind if I do. My prince. My prince. My prince. My prince. My gorgeous prince. My gorgeous prince. Yes. My precious boy. My sweet little lamb. You are all mine. All mine. Your Highness. Beautiful boy. My beautiful little prince. Beautiful. What have we here? What have you got in your pocket here, Sir Knight? That's my holy idol of Helio, master. When I was a misguided mortal, I swore an oath to the god of light, sir. And a paladin at the local temple gave it to me after I told him of my zealous vow. Oh dear. Well, we'll have to address that vow at some point, Sir Knight. Silly little Hawthorne, bringing the gods into this little misunderstanding. Not to worry. We'll get that resolved once I look into it further. As for that relic, give it here, if you would, please. Yes, sir. Thank you. Watch your hair, my darling boy. Good riddance. Thing was an eyesore. I knew I felt something strange exuding from you, little pup. Like the aroma of the forest rain, tinged with the faint scent of corpse rot. As subtle as it was, inescapable. It's a good thing your zealotry didn't cause you to invoke it upon me before the ritual was complete. Otherwise, well, that would have put me in quite the nasty position indeed. In fact, I'm curious. Why didn't you use it, little pup?
Pride, Master Archduke. I believed that if I could defeat you without it, Helio would have further granted me his blinding favor, Your Excellency.
Spoken like a reckless young man with everything to prove and nothing to gain from it. Well, you're in far better hands than Helio's now, my boy. And you, my prince. The light may be a comfort, but as my high consort, you will learn that darkness has an equal, if not greater share of delights, quite unparalleled by the harshness of the sun's clutches. How about we start with a nap, my dear? We can even cuddle up if you like, and once Sir Hawthorne doffs that clunky metal of his, he can fit in wherever you put him. There'll be room. Does that sound suitable to you, my love? Good. Then, let us be about it, sweet boy. I love you, little prince. Sleep well, and sweet